What's up, y'all? We back at it with a spoiler-free review. This time for Captain America: Brave New World. And I'm gonna right off the bat answer the questions that you guys are probably wondering right off the bat. You guys want to know, how does it compare to the previous Captain America movies? And is it good or bad? I'm gonna tell you that right now, but make sure you subscribe and hit the bell for all notifications. So for me, overall, this was a decent movie. As far as MCU movies have been over the past few years, most of them has been flops in my opinion. Outside of like Guardians, the last Spider-Man, and I'll probably say those the last. Oh, and Deadpool and Wolverine. Outside of that, the rest of them kind of been flops. So when it comes to this movie, I will say I would probably give it like a 6.5 out of 10 right off the bat. But I am telling you, before you go to see this movie, it will help you if you've seen the Incredible Hulk movie from 2008. I kind of feel like this movie itself is somewhat of a sequel to that movie without it including the Incredible Hulk, which is crazy and strange. Also, I highly suggest you go watch the Falcon and Winter Soldier Disney Plus show. It'll help you out as far as knowing the backstories on some of the characters in this movie and how does it fare compared with the other Captain American movies. So I feel like with this movie they were trying to go for that Winter Soldier vibe, and in my opinion it's the best out of the three movies, followed by Civil War, then the first Captain America movie. But I feel like that's what it was going for. It didn't quite stick the landing, but that's what they were going for. And for me, I would say this is probably the weakest out of the four Captain America movies, but that doesn't mean it's bad. I just think it's the weakest out of the four. But I feel like this is the next, this is part of the next three Captain America movies. And just like the first Captain America movie we got with Steve Rogers, the first one wasn't the best. It was good, it was worth watching, enjoyable, but compared to the second and third movie, it's far far from being on that level. And I feel like that's what this Brave New World with Anthony Mackie, Sam Wilson character is. I feel like this first one's just like a starter, and then if we get two more movies for it, they're going to be outstanding. So I mean, like I said, 6.5, the weakest out of all the Captain America movies, but at the same time it's the beginning of a new, three-part movie. At least that's how I'm viewing it. Honestly, I feel like Anthony Mackie did a great job as Sam Wilson. I like how how he just pretty much had to live with what we were thinking in the real world. Like, yo, this guy's in Captain America. And I like the way they addressed that in the actual movie. So for him, I feel like he did a great job as Falcon. Harrison Ford, it's crazy to think this guy's 82 years old and he's still acting. And you would come into this movie thinking he's just trying to collect money, but he actually did a great job. In fact, I would say he's probably one of the best written characters in this movie, in my opinion. Harrison Ford did an outstanding job. Amazing job. Character I feel like was wasted was what's his name? Esposito. I'm probably butchering his name, but the guy who plays Seth in the movie, I feel like he was a wasted character. Like, we didn't get much of him. He's probably the people they added in the reshoots. Definitely wasn't as big as a part of the movie as I thought he would, considering he's on most of the posters, along with Anthony Mackie and Harrison Ford. So yeah, that was kind of weird to me. Also, when we find out who the main villain is, I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but that was kind of if you ask me. I like what they did with Isaiah Bradley. He was in the Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show on Disney Plus, and I just like that he was included. He had the super serum, and he was actually considered to be the first person to have the super serum. And then I also like how this movie touched up on a few of the stuff in the MCU that was left unexplained, like, the giant Celestial that's in the middle of the planet with his hand sticking out. They addressed that in this movie. We get some other, tidbits that people been wanting to know when it was going to come to the MCU and when we were going to get answers about it. We get that as well in this movie. Another thing I disliked was the stuff with Red Hulk. Like, his fight scene was amazing. Best fight scene out the whole movie. But I would say we got anywhere from 7 to maybe 10 minutes of him. So if you're expecting to see a large portion of him in the movie, that's not going to happen. Yeah, that's definitely not going to happen. Just letting you guys know, I don't think that counts as a spoiler, but nah, he's not in it as long as you would think. Also, the guy on the screen right now who plays, he plays the new Falcon. He was kind of annoying to me. Yeah, it's like they tried to make him the plucky relief, the funny guy, but it just came off as annoying to me. Honestly, they could have made him a little more serious, or made him. I guess they wanted to make him the opposite of Sam Wilson. I'm guessing, because Sam Wilson, as you know, Captain America's sidekick, for the most part, he was really serious. Every now and then he'll say a joke, but most of his jokes were like serious jokes type, if you know what I mean. So I'm not the biggest fan of the new Falcon. Probably could have done without him. Other than that, and some of the fight scenes, some of the like hand-to-hand combat looked a little choppy. It looked like they was trying to go for that Winter Soldier versus Captain America fight, but they just didn't nail it. It just looked a little, a little off, as well as some of the CGI moments, So all in all, okay movie. Not the best Captain America movie, but better than a lot of the previous or current MCU movies that we're getting. So it is what it is, but if you have seen it, let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think it just needed a time, a chance to just, pretty much set the tone for how Sam Wilson is going to be Captain America, and that the next following movies will be even better? Let me know. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on that, but I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.